Hello and welcome to Hint Plays. I am Alexia and I'll be your game master today. I'm sorry that I'm looking up at the sky. I am not ignoring you, chat. I am literally reading the prompt. Hint Plays is a channel for RPGs and tabletop gaming from Hobby Gamers International. We run games on a 3-week rotation with a rotating cast of players and games masters. We also do occasional specials where we look at new games, play online board games, and chat about all things gaming. Today I'll be running Raging Grannies. Yes, apologies. I just literally came back from dying in the other room, so I am heavily breathing. Today I'll be running Raging Grannies, and which is about a game of fantasy, fighting grandmas, ridding the world of evil between tea and bridge. This is quotes. Use the wisdom of age and the lifetime of experience to rid the world of monsters, usually human, and ageism, also usually from humans. So you're in for a lovely, lovely time. The PCs, which is not the PCs, which is the actual player humans are in order of where they come into my screen. Red. Today I'll be running Raging Granny, and which is about and Tal Spud. Sorry.
I can't believe you've done this. We've literally just started.
You're carefully constructed.
Carefully constructed lies.
Oh, and ageism. Also usually from you.
You said Tal Spud, and now what I'm thinking is Tall Spud.
A lovely, lovely time.
Slightly below average, Spud.
At least you've got a couple of eyes. You'll eventually be able to grow.
In order of where they come into my screen. Colonel, let me know if it fixed the double thingy. The audio, the cursedness, the etc. 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 etc.
Okay. Crota says it's fixed.
Yay! I have found out the cause.
It was Lexi the whole time.
Yeah, shockingly.
Having edited Lexi's audio and videos before, can confirm her audio is what we call, in scientific terms, fucking jank.
Yes! It is never in any way usable. We are starting this game with character creation because it's very simple and kind of cute. Now, remember, you are in this game. You're playing an old lady, a little retired adventurer, just a little frail old lady in a world of people who don't really think highly of little old ladies. If anything gets too uncomfortable, just put down an X in our game chat or on Discord or DM me or anything. Just let me know. Or just tell me outright if you're comfortable with this. It's fine. Because, like, since this game does treat, ageism and occasionally misogyny, could get uncomfortable. I don't plan on it getting uncomfortable, but it could. So you are, I am dumb. Okay, so each one of you would roll a d6 or choose. First of all, we start with the career background. For one, it's the paladin, just a good old lady. For 2, we have a knight. For 3, we have an archer. For 4, a mercenary, a town guard, or a hunter for 6.
What am I looking at?
Yes.
I was going to say, I looked at the character creation earlier and I have 2 concepts, so I'm just going to let the other 2 make their characters.
Good.
And then, like,
Excellent.
pick one of the two characters that I cropped up with
Excellent.
beforehand.
Excellent. Bring me a fair old lady. Whatever it is, I'm happy.
I rolled a 1.
Okay, you have an old little paladin.
And I rolled a 5.
You have a town guard. Oh, that is just adorable. I just okay. Your fighting style, which can be for 1, comically large weapons. For 2, backstabbing. Always fun. For 3, hide and shoot. For 4, a weapon for any occasion. For 5, long point sticks. And for 6, fist and foreheads.
4.
4.
Okay, so a weapon for any occasion.
Oh God.
It makes me so happy. So we have a 4 for everybody, right?
Yes.
Yes, excellent. You are 2 former career heavy hitters with a weapon for any occasion. This makes me so happy.
I'd like to think that we're ex-MMA.
Yes.
Like for decades, we were all like fighting each other and having this big old dramatic like competition, and now we work together.
Yeah, I love that so much.
Are we
You're,
just like? Are we still like little rival old ladies, but instead of like, it's no longer MMA fighting. It's like who makes the best jam tarts.
Yes, and every single afternoon is like throughout the day, it's a different like meal or whatnot, tea time, etc., where we all sit down and one person is doing the cooking and we all judge the cooking at
Oh yeah.
each other's house.
I mean,
And
one
what
of the
is the
things
proper
here
way
is
to
which
make
granny
food?
made a faux pas that you cannot let go of.
Yes.
So.
And that's how we come up with backstories, chat.
so good. You also each have a hidden talent,
Ooh.
which can be knitting ugly sweaters, baking unusual pies, growing strange plants, alien landscape painting, tiny monster rescue, or backyard rodent watching.
Oh no, I wanted a 1, but I got 5.
You can choose one if you want.
Yes, because I'm a knitter. I want to be able to knit.
Excellent. Then you're knitting ugly sweaters. I'm for it.
What was 3? Sorry, Spud.
3 was baking unusual pies.
Two is baking unusual pies. 3 is growing strange plants.
Oh.
Thank you.
I'm sorry to overwrite the GM. I
illiterate.
saw it and I was like, wait.
Good. Please override the GM when the GM cannot read.
It's okay. The GM's struggling a little bit. It's fine.
The GM is illiterate. It's fine.
We're off to a great start.
Oh. And now, in between all of you, and now that you have your character's backbone,
I still have to make mine.
well, you have your concept.
But I do have my concept, yes. I'm just going to say that the one that I had was the hunter and a weapon for any occasion, so I guess we all have that, and tiny monster rescue.
Nice. I like that the hidden talent is different amongst all of us.
Yes, but we all have exactly the same fighting style.
This is great. This makes me so happy. This is amazing.
Do knitting needles count as weapons?
Yes.
Definitely. If you cannot imagine how to kill somebody with knitting needles, I do not know what kind of person you are, but you lack imagination.
I thought that was the first thing you get trained with knitting needles was how to fight with them.
Yes, of course. They are pointy sticks, and some of them even have a very stable cable in between.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, a garrote.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
It's a stab on one head and a garrote on the
and
other. Jesus
and
Christ.
and if it's wooden needles, they even work against vampires.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I am now imagining this super embossed set of silver knitting needles.
Oh yes, for werewolves, the silver
Yes,
ones, and wooden ones for
yes,
vampires.
yes, it's
You've got
perfect.
them in two different materials.
Well, you can have as many because you
Oh, that's clever.
knitters have a lot of different sets on them most of the time.
Yes,
I've
of
That's what it
course.
means by a weapon for every
You never
situation.
know
It's
when you
literally just
need an
different sets.
yeah. You
There's
uh-huh.
a
never know when you
crochet
need
needle
another
set in
needle.
there.
There's I can't remember what it's called, but there's a particular needle for knitting that's just basically a J that you use to help with cabling. That
I
would be
literally
Cable
just bought
needle.
a Tunisian crochet 2 days ago. If you cannot see how you can kill with this,
I want.
And
I'm
it
sorry.
even has a hook at the end, so when you pull it out,
exactly,
it's going to hurt again.
exactly.
I want you to all look at Lexi with her bob hair, her knitting needle, her glasses on a little
Oh
chain,
yes,
and her
my golden
flowery
little.
blouse. And I want you to understand there could have been no one more appropriate to run a game called Raging Grannies.
welcome to Hint Plays, where we talk about how to use various household objects as weapons.
I mean, and we are not even the group that is trained in weaponry.
Absolutely, Knight. Absolutely. Knitting and crocheting, two skills that prove someone has the patience to stab someone thousands of times.
Yes.
Oh yeah, needle felting. Oh god, Molly. Yes. And now that we have our definitely not terrifying old ladies, which granny in the group have you known the longest and how did you meet?
If we go with the MMA stuff, I think we're all about the same age and met at the same time.
We all met at the MMA.
This is gonna be like the Golden Girls.
It's Golden Girls, but buff. Do we all live in a house together?
Yes.
Excellent.
Oh,
We don't even have to go to each other's house. We actually live in the same house. Oh man, this is awful.
I do call dibs on being played by Betty White.
That's fair.
No, not Betty White. Betty White's not the one. Let me look up the Golden Girls. Hold on.
the other old
You're thinking about the tallest one?
Yes, Betty
That's what
White's
I was
the other
thinking
one.
for you. Betty White's the shortest one.
Yeah, Betty White is the really
No.
sweet character.
She's not the okay.
Is she? Have I got something wrong? Who the fuck is Betty White? No, this is the one.
Betty
the one
Betty White was I
B.
can't remember her name.
Arthur. I'm thinking of B. Arthur. Betty White was the sweet character. I'm sorry for that detour, everyone. I got very loud for a second because Golden Girls got involved in the conversation.
Wait, in that case, we should look up the names of the Golden Girls. Is that where we're going to name our characters? Is directly
I
ripping
am
off of?
See, I say that, but I'm pretty sure that B. Arthur's character was called Beatrice, and I've already played a character on this channel called Beatrice.
Yeah, probably.
you probably did. And she was probably feral knowing him.
Oh no, she was named Dorothy. We're okay,
Well-
I'm Dorothy now.
Oh, that's an interesting last name. I can't pronounce it. All right. Red, are you going to play Rose or are you going to play Sophia? Or Blanche?
Rose.
Okay. Well, in that case, I think I'm going to be Blanche.
Blanche is the best character in Golden Girls. She is like a double granny. She's very good. She's the mother of one of the already granny people.
She's also the most promiscuous one on the show.
Wait, no, that's Rose. No, it's not Rose.
No, no, no.
Sophia, Rose. Which one was the?
I'm pretty sure it was Blanche.
I think she would have had a heart attack if she tried anything. Also, she was Dorothy's mother. Just keep that in mind. I mean, we're not actually playing the Golden Girls. We could have played the Golden Girls, but you know. Wait, who's who?
I don't
Is
know.
Rose?
I think we needed to watch an episode of Golden Girls before we get started.
Okay, set that on movie night, Golden Girls. And then... I'll put it in chat. Sorry, I'll let Lexi continue and I'll put in chat who was
This
who.
is such a ride. I am here for it. I have no idea what you're talking about. Not the slightest hint of idea. I know in like I know that it is a show about old ladies, and one of them or more of them are probably slutty. But that's about it.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that.
That's all I know about Golden Girls, and it's been so much fun just imagining that show.
You would love it. It's full of old ladies just being really catty.
Oh, amazing. That is my dream.
Yeah, the ages of the people playing the ages of the characters were all over the place.
As long as they look old. Who cares if it's 60 or 80? Same thing. Shrug.
Or just a really
There we go.
unhealthy 14-year-old.
We've got some advice from people who remember, and Molly says Dorothy is the human surrounded by Muppets, and Blanche is horny.
Yeah, I got Blanche and Sophia and Rose all mixed up. I'm going to be honest with you, I only remember Dorothy.
You're all lovely, and I love you so much.
And Rose likes telling long, weird stories about St. Olaf.
Oh, good lord.
And he's just perpetually confused.
Red, I need you. Save me. Which granny in the group have you known the longest, and how did you meet?
But didn't we just agree we knew each other at the same time?
Oh, yeah, you knew each other at the same time. My brain just glitched because
To be
that
fair,
was
we-
not an answer on the list of the answers my brain.
To be fair, Lexi, we did just spend about 10 minutes talking about Golden Girls.
The algorithm just broke down for a second.
Lexi.exe has stopped working.
Yeah, the next year stopped working. Apologies. Which granny made a faux pas that you cannot let go, and what was it?
Blanche stole my broccoli casserole recipe. If anyone knows what the fuck I'm referencing.
I can see her laughing, so.
There's I'll send you later, but there's someone made a bunch of like pointless internet drama into like surprisingly good songs, and one of them was just this like vicious argument between these women on Facebook. One of them had apparently stolen the other's broccoli casserole recipe.
Oh, yes, I have seen that nonsense. I have seen that. I cannot believe that I know this.
I have no idea.
Blanche stole my broccoli casserole recipe 8 years
I know.
ago, and I
I
still
know
haven't
too
forgiven
many
her.
Facebook horrible memes, unfortunately for me.
It's because you are a granny.
It's because I'm old, yes. And so old.
Okay. I'm going to say Rose tried to be helpful and trim and water some of my plants and ended up killing them.
I don't have the greenest thumb, sorry.
Cannot forgive anyone who doesn't know how to take care of plants trying to take care of plants. And strange plants are even more exotic and need more attention.
I forgot which one you were going for, Spot. Which name?
Dorothy, we've all got like circular
Yeah.
beef.
Circular beef
Yes, of
sounds good.
course. You once made my tea by putting in the milk first.
Oh,
My God.
oh, oh. Did did Dorothy basically like boil milk and then put tea bags in the
Yeah.
boiled milk?
Yep.
Oh God.
No.
Dorothy was a hunter. You don't have time to boil that water. You just boil the milk, you put it in. It's basically the same.
Oh. Sorry, sweetie. I keep forgetting that Sarah can't wake up before certain periods of time.
He's adorable.
Oh, that broke. That's oh man.
See, the thing is, I don't drink tea. I drink hot chocolate. So boiling the milk is how you do it.
Usually we drink milk in the most cursed way possible, which is by adding coffee to it.
Honestly, you should never add anything to tea. Just straight, freshly brewed tea.
I'm the Brit here. I don't know
So
shit
what?
about tea.
So what? I can appreciate a good cuppa.
No, I'm just saying it's weird that I'm the one who has like. My opinion of tea is it's weird tasting water. Someone
Wow.
it
put
is.
leaves in hot water and said, "Yeah, that's food.
Hmm.
That's a drink."
Yeah, for coffee
Well-
you put beans in hot water.
I don't like coffee either.
Coffee is just tea. This is my hottest take today.
I mean, hot chocolate is just
It's
powdered
milk.
chocolate in milk or water. Some of it is with just water.
Yeah, but that is heresy.
That is the hot chocolate that I usually drink.
Water and
Get
hot
out of my
and
life.
chocolate powder. Yeah.
We are Lexi. I don't care if I've considered you my sister for years now. We are no longer friends.
Hey, not everyone can drink milk, Spud. You have
Yeah, fine.
I drink milk and then
Privilege.
I make myself violently ill by it. So
I have milk privilege.
I do
And
not
I have
understand
so
this
much
whole
milk privilege that I'm
cannot
literally
drink.
white at the moment on this side of my face.
maybe you should stop drinking milk and you darken up.
No,
don't
he
think
just
that's gonna
needs
work.
to see some sun, which is worse.
I refuse.
See, worse. Now, in our little old lady game, we have 4 stats, which you have to assign the following numbers to: -1, 0, 1, and 2. I can take notes for you if you want. Our stats are guts, which are how brave and strong you are. Stories, how knowledgeable and personable you are. Hustle, how quick you are on your feet and with your words. And grit, how much you can take.
Ooh,
Can you repeat that
Of
once
course.
again?
Of course. So the numbers are -1, 0, 1, and 2.
Mm-hmm.
Guts, which are how brave and strong you are.
Mm-hmm.
Stories, how knowledgeable and personable you are.
uh, guts 2, story 0, hustle -1, and grit 1.
Oh.
I am slow.
Gut 0, stories 1, hustle 2, grit -1.
Yes.
It's okay.
You're
Listen,
my
I have
favorite goblins.
Listen, the arthritis is actually no. It's the speed. The osteoporosis is starting to set in.
Yes.
That's why you run
Um,
away from danger all the time.
Yeah, oh God, I'm getting
We
arthritis
have-
now. I swear, Jesus Christ.
Okay, I
F.
have guts -1, stories 1, hustle 2, and grit 0.
Oh, hell yes.
Well, I guess I'm gonna have to stand in front of everything to keep you two from falling over.
We're gonna
Well,
break a hip.
we know which one is the spry granny and which ones are the other granny. The grannies that will probably kill you are all three of them. So, the good luck whoever I devised for this scenario. Now, when you would attempt a task where the outcome is uncertain, these are the rules, the combat rules, the rolling rules, whatever you call it. Roll 1d6 and add your stat bonus. So if you're, don't know if your old lady will make it. Sad. You roll 1d6 and add your stat bonus, and if your fighting style or hidden trait applies, you can add another +1. So, like, if you work in your whole fighting style thing into it, you're doing even better.
Okay. So,
On
like,
a 5, yes.
is that same with the hidden talent as well? Would add a +1 to a roll if we can work that in?
Yes, it's the hidden talent. Yes, you add a +1. I am still illiterate. Breaking news. Yeah, I'm still illiterate. I read it as straight, and I was mentally wondering, where the hell did we have a trait in this game before? So, DM still illiterate.
Lexi, I adore you.
Yeah, thank you. I will probably learn to read by the time that I'm 60. Because right
You're just
now...
aging it. Oh my god, you're like Benjamin Button. You're aging in reverse. You started an old lady.
Yeah, and by the time that I'm 60, I'm probably going to do my alphabet, finally.
You know, Lexi, if you just stick to audiobooks, you don't have to worry about reading.
Oh yeah, it's why I listen to so many podcasts.
This stream sponsored by Audible.com.
I mean, I did pitch in Bold Crew RPG a little earlier in chat, so because they ran the game, and it's why I learned that this game exists, and I love them so. So the rules are very simple. On a 5 and a 6, you succeed. On a 3 and a 4, you may accomplish the task, but at a cost. And on a 1 and a 2, you have a complication arising, and you take a personal slight, which you can have an accumulated 5 personal slights. And when you have 5 of them accumulated, you must reduce one stat by -1.
Oh, so we
So
are going to be breaking bones and breaking hips and
Yes.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yes, if you mess up 5 times, which
Well, I guess
If
we
you-
should stick to our strengths.
yeah, if you oof 5 times, which is impressive, then
I'm using
you
a new die, so
fair enough. And you do have to narrate the complication, which
does the class actually mean anything for the sheet?
you can work it in.
Oh,
Your
so that's another +1 type thing too?
Let me reread this. No, it doesn't work into anything, actually,
Okay.
but it is very good flavor. It is delicious flavor. It is
I
yum
just
yum.
wanted to
good.
double check.
Yes.
Now,
I double checked it right now because I was like, it should be, and then I was like, does it? And it doesn't.
if we work in both our fighting style and our hidden talent, does that give us +2?
I am house ruling it as yes.
Sweet.
Because if you can do both things at the same time,
Well,
heck it,
but
is
Lexi,
what I'm saying.
all of us' fighting style is a weapon for any occasion.
Well, yes.
So that means if I use my knitting needles as weapons,
Yeah.
I get +2.
Yes. And I
I
reward
think only if you're
imagination.
actually knitting while you do it, though.
Oh yes!
That is amazing.
You knit so fast that you basically knit things onto them to hold them together while we beat up on them.
Well, hustle is 2.
I love that. I love that so much. I am see why I am inclined to give a +2 to this, because it is deserving of a +2. Have fun, just getting that thing if you have the imagination.
See, I figure my growing of strange plants, I have a couple of species that actually grow on my body, usually underneath my clothing, and I just pull them out and use them as weapons.
Oh my god, you have a fungal
That's-
infection.
That's just Shard, that's just a fungal infection.
Shh, shh.
Yes, I know fungi are plants. I'm making a joke. I'm doing a funny.
If
It's
this is
okay.
fantasy, everything is a plant and or a rock.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Because speak with plants does work with fungus.
Okay, I mean, go on. I'm into it.
Give me
I
just
mean-
a second. I forgot something this morning.
Oh, good lord.
I can't wait to see Shard try to use her athlete's foot to kill a dragon.
Also, I need everybody to know that the actual the how do you call it, the plot, the adventure, you can roll for it. And I was like, oh, I'm having an idea for this adventure, and then I rolled for it, and it was exactly what I thought about. So
Destiny
good luck, everybody, is what I'm saying.
meant to be.
Sure, I'm absolutely not gonna chant TPK for one. Oh, chat. Oh, chat never change.
I mean, it is super appreciative that Chad is usually supportive of our hijinks.
Yeah, I love every single person in this chat. Now, if you have breathed, how about we begin our intrepid adventure, or whatever the word is, with all of the gang is summoned into the town hall. You know, the local good for everything young lad who is definitely not doing it to get enough money to get away from this hellhole place is just knocking on your door, going, hey, we have an emergency meeting, come, you must come, everybody must come to the emergency meeting, because that's what it is, it's an emergency, bye, and it leaves.
Yeah, right.
Right.
I sip my tea some more.
You well, let's say about a half an hour passes, and you get another knock on the door.
Don't answer it this time.
I'm just sitting in my rocking chair
I'm making on my circle.
with they literally any monster that could potentially be small.
A mogwai?
I have a mogwai currently in my hair.
amazing. Amazing.
I have a lot of hair, like
So
a
do
big old
mogwai.
beehive.
Wait, are you wearing the mogwai to cover up your bald spot?
No, I have a lot of hair. The mogwai is currently nesting in my hair.
Ew. I'm just imagining that hair stinky.
Hey, it's better in the hair and dry versus, hanging around water.
Yep.
Oh, fair. Actually, fair, yes. So nobody answers the door. Let's say an hour passes.
I wonder if Joey McIntyre's going to be at this emergency meeting.
Ugh. Julie McIntyre. No good busybody.
Lo
He's
and
always
behold,
everywhere.
lo and behold, you hear somebody just desperately knocking on your door as if it's the end of the world and going, please answer me. It's Julie McIntyre's voice.
I
Oh, I'd go immediately and open the door.
Oh my god, I thought you were dead. What is wrong with you? I thought, oh my god, the three sweet, adorable old ladies have died and are rotted in their home without anybody
You saw
to
us
bring
yesterday
them
morning.
anything. Yes, but what if I didn't come today and you were dead?
at
Then
our age,
what?
Blanche, a day can make all the difference.
And you can see
Rocking.
behind her there is an audience. You can see the bizarrely old mayor, who just looks rattled, and you can see a bunch of young people who just look vaguely annoyed to be there, and they're all like, "Cool, this has been a whole thing that we just witnessed," and the mayor just goes, "Oh my god, we missed you at the meeting." And he just enters. He just pushes Julie aside, and he tries to push you aside too, to just come in while he's very agitated and trying to talk over you.
Why can't a few old retired ladies just enjoy morning together?
Because you go, there was an emergency meeting, my dear. Did something horrible has happened?
And now you're here to tell
Absolutely
us.
dreadful. I cannot even begin to imagine to describe the horrible fate that has come upon this whole city. Actually, not just me. I have been working for years to make a new clock for the thing, the how do you call it, the thing that goes ding 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 at the hour, that thing. Okay, I've been working to make it,
The
and
clock?
and somebody came over and they fooled me. All right, they fooled me. They told me, oh, it's okay, mayor, I'm a watchmaker expert and I can help you if you give me this clock for a while. And I did, because they seem trustworthy, and now they have left without my they have left without the clock, the new clock that I worked for years to make it. This is horrible. And I'm enlisting volunteers to come and search for it.
There's plenty of young, adventurous people right there behind you watching this entire thing.
He is throwing the most miserable look at you. Oh, and while you're gesturing towards the young people, you notice that the young people left.
I am getting a bit slow in my old age.
dispersed. Um, look, look. I know you're pretty old, but truth is, while I was holding the assembly, the young people were kept coming with, like, I asked for their help and they were like, "Oh no, I'm too busy. Oh no, I have a real job. Oh no, I'm too depressed to get out of bed. Oh no." And then none of them helped.
And you think that we don't have real jobs? Look at
Well,
Rose. She's been knitting that for the last 2 days. If we stop in the middle of this to help hold your hand again, she's gonna have to set that aside for a while.
Okay, but what if I give you something?
Like,
Tea? What is it that cute old ladies like you like?
I'm
Tea.
sorry, what did you say? Out of
Me?
character, Lexi, did you say pee?
No,
Tea.
tea, tea.
You're the goddamn
I'm the Brit with a hearing disorder. Shush. Shush.
It's okay. I don't judge you. I just misread the text twice. There is no judgment here.
No, Molly, no.
Molly. No, it's
Peen. Old ladies love the peen.
Yes, they do.
I hate that.
Look, I wanted to be slightly off, but not that off.
Ladies, excuse us, Mayor. We'll discuss what we want for having to get out of our house today.
Obviously.
Definitely not tea. We have plenty of that here.
Yeah,
Okay,
no,
then
getting
chocolate to go with the tea.
no,
Or
no, Mayor, you are not
flowers,
listening to
or-
our conversation.
Okay. And he just dejectedly goes into a corner of the room.
Just stands facing the corner like a Blair Witch Project.
All right, ladies, what do we want that the mayor can provide? Ooh, maybe if we can get a couple of people to, fix up some of these rooms, add an addition, maybe a bigger greenhouse for me.
Could use a few youngsters to come over and clean up the slime pen. They're starting to eat through the walls again.
Oh dear, that would be.
We could do with that. But before they eat through into here. I mean, you like your slimes, but if they get into my yarn, can you imagine the mess?
Oh, Rose,
Well,
it could be a disaster.
Some of those slimes produce the fibers that you need for your yarn, though. Maybe we can get things rearranged so that the slimes are closer to some of my plants, because my plants really love the juice that they leave behind. Wow, that word set coming out of my mouth. Ah.
You know, your plants love that slimy juice they leave behind.
So a bunch of young contractors to take care of whatever tasks we want and need for the next month and a half, 2 months.
I suppose.
That sounds good.
All right. I think we've got our what we want, Mayor. You can come out of the corner now.
Are you turning towards the mayor? Okay, the mayor looks at you slightly impatiently and mildly horrified, and is like, "So what is it you old ladies want? If not, are you sure you're not tempted with some chocolates? Maybe suggest some chocolates, or maybe some
If you
flowers
want
that you seem to love so much."
if you want your clock back, we're going to require the services of 10 young people to contract and work on our house and do whatever tasks we need of them for about 2 months.
Yeah.
Oh, you need some nurses. All right, darlings. Of
I did
course.
not say nurses.
Young man,
Oh.
don't you patronize us.
Oh, nice.
I
Well,
was
he
going on
shrinks a
quest
little.
when you were but a glint in your mother's eye.
I'm your age, darling, but all right. You're correct. He's slightly
We need
chastised.
young, burly, beautiful people to do physical work for us here.
All right. Deal.
Did I just
Deal.
alliterate that?
Yes.
Yes, you did. I am so proud of you. You are amazing.
But before that, I have to feed the dire mice.
Sure.
She gets out of the chair.
Just so you know, the man who is the watch person, is I saw him at the tavern, the tavern, you know it. Goodbye. And he just scampers. he scampers a bit. He just you can see a pep in his step that is more associated with utter fear than with joy at having found contractors for his task.
Youths these days.
Yeah.
Not even
I'm
cut
gonna
out to deal with dire mice.
I'm gonna go sing to my plants and get suited up. I'll be out in 30-ish minutes. I am slow.
I go to the magic freezer box. Listen, we've quested for ages. We can afford a magical artifact that is literally just a box that keeps things cold.
And it's also like endless and well organized.
Excellent, yeah. Oh, it doesn't even have to be a cold box in that case. It doesn't even have to be cold to keep things frozen. It's literally just a stasis box.
We don't have a
Yes.
bag of holding. We have a fridge
A
of
fridge
holding.
of holding, as Molière said. Thank you, Molière. It's a fridge of holding. And just get out a
Amazing.
massive raw steak and go over to chop it up into pieces for the dire mice. They should have
Also-
made dire rabbits, and I could have made Curse of the Were-Rabbit references. I hate myself.
Could have. I think we also don't wash dishes anymore. We just like put them in another like container or the cupboards. We just put them in the cupboards when we're done eating off of them and they clean themselves.
We just have a bunch of like magic artifacts, but it's all the most mundane stuff.
Yes.
As it
Yes, of course.
should.
And obviously the magical knitting needle set of like magic material knitting needles for various
Yes,
purposes.
I go and pack my knitting needles that I might need and see about the odd weapon here and there that I can add to it, but yeah. Under my coat you won't really see any of that, but I'm well armed.
Oh yeah, I think we all are.
You know, white skirts, but they don't have pockets. They have holes to grab through and get to holsters on your leg.
You know what? I just realized that the reason that the village comes to us to solve all of their problems is because every time we leave the house, we are basically geared up. Just like so many different types of weapons, especially things that are thematic to us, needles, and monsters, plants. And then
A
we just,
very sturdy iron kettle.
oh my god. Does everyone that comes to our house actually come to our house terrified of what they'll find? And inside, we're always just these like nice, kindly, grumpy old ladies, not even kitted out, just doing normal old lady things. And when we step out, we are terrifying monsters.
I pack everything into my dragon skin handbag.
Nice.
Also,
Yeah, we're
also,
stylish.
like you grow horrifying monsters and you grow horrifying plants, and one of you is normal, thankfully.
You,
Or-
For
No.
a certain definition
Ah.
of normal.
Yeah, fair enough. Just doesn't have a visibly no.
Rose
no,
is
I
actually
can
the
just,
most menacing one of all.
yeah, I just imagined Rose actually knits with like dragon scales and stuff like that because
Yes, of course, knitted armor.
Rose,
yeah.
Rose once had a stare off with a troll while knitting with stiletto daggers in a
Yeah.
bar after out
leave-
drinking another troll.
I leave Bruce in charge of the house. Lexi, this is Bruce. I don't know if you can put Bruce on the screen somehow.
I cannot, but
No.
Jesus Christ.
That's Bruce.
A description for the Nightmare Fuel Spud sent
How
me
is that Nightmare Fuel? It's adorable!
Well, if
No,
you
it's
share
not.
it with Molly, who is
Okay.
Oh yes.
Molly can put a
I-
link in the
Yeah.
Chat.
Imagine a cross between an anglerfish and a pug.
Ooh, that's
And they're
adorable.
all cursed. They're all
And
evil
it's
and cursed. Let me look
very
for more.
baby. That's a creature from Ark, by the way, Lexi.
Why did you show me the dinosaurs and not this one? How
Because
dare you?
it's only on one of the DLC maps.
Okay, fair.
But yeah,
I'm
Okay, fair.
gonna toss Bruce a large chunk of bacon from the fridge.
Bruce gets so excited that he falls over on his face. He has a very large head. He has a very large head.
Bruce is literally a pug, just a cursed little
Complete with
Warcraft
horribly
pug.
loud breathing.
Oh Jesus!
Oh, but
Christ.
is it like, since it's like anglerfish pug, like does it breathe through its gills and it's the flappy, disgusting sound because it's in air? We're not gonna get anywhere.
We're not, partly because we're.
It's okay. I
Listen.
have made this whole thing malleable for this very good reason. Also, it's pretty short. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Yeah, we're gonna leave the house, and then we're wearing so much heavy armor, we just fall over and break all of our hips.
Yep.
Yeah, TBK, TBK, TB. I mean what? Now, for once, I'm not playing, so I cannot chant TBK. I usually chant whenever I am at risk of dying, but this time, shrug.
I both adore and dread playing with Lexi. Only partly for that reason.
I usually have a horrible death wish.
You do. I once accidentally killed her character, and she thought it was brilliant.
Yes. I regret nothing. It is very funny.
Aww.
Yes, it's so cute.
Yep.
Let me.
I throw them another chunk of bacon for being so adorable and falling on their face.
Bruce is a very good boy.
Yes.
All right, ladies, I guess we should go to the tavern and get this over with. How many fools do you think we'll beat up this time? Bets?
And Mary Rich going, Polly, I love you.
Molly, it's baby. How dare you?
It's cute.
Protracted?
Bruce is great. It must be protracted.
I know that was a typo, but now I'm wondering if that would actually be a good thing.
Get out the tractor.
You're horrifying goblins. And I say this with love.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh, don't forget your stretching, ladies. Start doing like a whole
Zumba! We're doing Zumba!
Squeaking noises.
squeaking noises. Hey, my guts is too. I gotta keep limber, okay?
My hustle is too. I also have to keep limber.
See?
Same.
This is why we've lived so long, because we always stretch before we go on.
Am I wearing like the gym pants thing?
Oh no. Are you?
Maybe. Except in the UK, pants is underwear, so I'm hoping it's not. I don't know what we call them in the UK.
I'd like to
Yoga
think,
bottoms, that's it.
I'd like to think that I'm wearing a long flowing sundress, but I have a breastplate on top of it.
I'm wearing yoga bottoms and leather armor over it. So it looks almost like I'm wearing just like sports pads, like on my knees and stuff, over these yoga bottoms.
Is Rose just covered in everything hand knitted clothing and armor?
Yes, of course. I mean, there's special fibers to be used for. So it's really sturdy. It looks
Yeah.
ugly. I have some dragon scales on my sweater to protect the most important parts. And
Kevlar
Granny
knitted
scale.
jumper.
Literal
This one's
scale.
shorter than the other.
Literal scale mail.
yep.
It's a grayscale jumper, but you know, both the gray and the scale are a lot more literal than people expect them to be.
Oh no! Is it dragon scales from a really old dragon?
Yeah, once they get old, they just start shedding all over the place. So
Right. So they were actually like gifts to us from an
Yeah.
old foe that we're now friends with and visit every
I have like
every month.
really like old grumpy conversations.
I'm so into it.
Oh, if these characters survive this game, I wonder if we should revisit making them in another system.
Definitely. I want these old ladies in Eclipse phase.
Oh,
I've never played Eclipse Phase.
oh,
So
that
I
would
have-
be evil.
Yes, exactly. It would be so evil and terrifying.
Oh man.
What if we just made like high level like Pathfinder or D&D characters, but they had all like the minuses from aging in the game?
Yes,
So they had all the class abilities, but they had a bunch of stat
level 20,
issues.
but their
'Cause, yeah.
stats are. I'm down with that.
Oh, I am so into this. Now, our terrifying, terrifying, terrifying ladies. Super terrifying, extremely terrifying. Oh my god.
We
Are
are
headed
well
towards
dressed and
the
fancy.
tavern.
What are you talking about?
Yes, exactly. Well dressed, fancy, and terrifying. They are headed towards the tavern. Now, the tavern is I'm sorry. My wheels slowly turned towards what the chat is asking from me, and I just went, oh yes, I am, yes, very much, absolutely,
They're
yes.
asking Lexi for art.
Yeah, I just didn't understand what people were.
She
The little
couldn't read
mouse
chat because she's
in my
illiterate,
brain.
remember?
Yeah, exactly. The little mouse in my brain is very dumb today. Unfortunately, it's tired. So, we're going to the tavern. The tavern is this very cute little place. Just a tiny little restaurant sort of place. It's a little cleaner than your usual adventuring taverns because this isn't very much an adventuring place. Like, it
Is
gets adventurous, but not that many. So it's more like to serve the locals, and the locals are like, they're starting to age a little bit, and the whole town's starting to age a little bit, and they're not the party monsters that they used to be. So now they have a bunch of tables, and they even recently started to put on tablecloth
have they started to
and
try
serve
and
dinner.
have they tried to start going down that new hipster fad thing?
Oh yes,
Bubble tea?
they are even.
Bubble
They're
tea?
even.
What?
Oh, yes, they put
Yes.
bubbles in tea now.
Oh,
Why?
who puts texture in their drinks?
Who puts fizz in their tea? Either Dorothy's very confused what bubble tea is, or in this world, it's literally just carbonated tea.
Either way,
Both.
because it can be both.
Both. Like, instead of boba, it's just a boba but fizzy.
Mhm.
Uh, I'm
Oh,
sorry.
fizzy tea. I can't.
I am sorry. This made me cringe physically. Oh, cross between boba and kombucha. No, thank you. Ooh,
Why
that's
does
good.
this stream keep getting worse?
Because it's us, Shard. What did you
Yeah,
expect?
I knew what I was getting into.
Poor
Sorry,
Red
Red.
is questioning their decisions in life.
Yeah, we love you. Um. So this is starting to. This is like what it obviously used to be a bar. Like, it very used to be a bar. But now it's like trying to appeal more to families, maybe to couples. They are in a weird in between where you will have like five people getting super hammered on one table, and on the other you'll have like a bunch of middle-aged people just being out with their families. It's it's got a really bizarre atmosphere, to say the least. Oh, and sometimes it even brings stand-up comedy just to make it worse. And yeah, so you're going here. You know the owner because you probably know most people in this place, but especially the tavern owner. Um, this is you know, Bob. Bob is somebody who's really done a business course, if you know what I mean.
Does Bob wear suits?
Yeah. Now, worse, Bob is wearing like a waitress outfit,
Oh,
like a suit with like the
the
vest
the
and the
maitre d.
yeah, which clashes a bit with the rest of the thing that clashes with itself.
I mean, everything in here clashes.
Great. I assume that it's a place that you absolutely love.
Well, we have to come here occasionally for information about adventures. Sometimes I'm getting tired of this. Cracks neck.
This
All
seems
right.
to be much more fun in the past here.
Yeah, it was much more lively. Occasionally we get this. You remember Roger the Goblin? They kept coming in even though everyone kept wanting to kill them.
Roger.
I miss that little
Headcanon,
guy.
at some point, Dorothy and Roger had a whirlwind romance.
Oh my god.
It
But
didn't
sadly,
work out. He had to move away. But
that's what we told you because it was you thought you were being ghosted, but really it's because the lifespan of goblins is like 40 years, and we didn't want to hurt your feelings.
you had worse.
How could you? How dare you?
I feel like Dorothy should know this.
Step away from you.
I think this is when Dorothy finds out because I'm like part of the whole reminiscing about Roger.
Dorothy just turns around like, and my voice is going. Just turns around like.
That face.
Look, you lying old hag.
I was trying to protect you from having to. Look,
I
Would you
thought
have rather-
he'd
We
run
can
out
never
on me.
talk about this.
would you not rather be angry at someone than to be sad that they are gone?
No! No, I would not. My voice has gone so high. I'm so offended on Dorothy's behalf.
Well, it was, I guess, probably not the best idea, but it was his idea. He left this letter for you, but I wasn't supposed to give it to you until I incidentally would give up the information because I'm getting old and senile. So, here.
I'm reading the letter. What the fuck is this storyline? Sure, let's go with this. It's literally an off comment I just made has suddenly turned into like the massive emotional arc.
It's amazing. I just love the image of all three of you popping up at the tavern. One of you is crying. The other one of you is like ready to talk to Bob. And the other one of you is like, how could you?
Lexi, what does this letter say? I'm reading the letter. Tell me what this letter from the love of my life, who died like.
Darling, my beloved, I love you so much. I will love you so much even in death. Also, all of it is written in chicken scratch because he was illiterate his whole life.
It's
Can I
notarized.
read it?
It's the ugliest writing you have ever seen. You need an expert to decipher this letter. But you do while crying because
That's
I
all
assume
full.
that you're familiar with your goblin's horrible attempt at something that resembles writing.
Just that old fool.
At the bottom of the letter, I think there's like a wax seal on top of a ring that he was going to give you, and he was going to ask you to marry him.
Why are you doing this to me, Shards?
Ah,
What the fuck? What the fuck, Shards? This was a wholesome game about grannies.
Yes, it is. Look, what is a wholesome game about grannies and ageism if we don't confront the inevitability of death?
and the
And yeah, if
drama of having look
I mean,
at the
if I'd lied to you for 20 years.
well at the time we were like arguing and fighting in the ring all the time. Like we weren't like best of friends at the time.
And also, you still cared about her even then. You can hear Bob's disembodied voice coming from the letter.
Bob, shut your thin mouth.
Tal, I am so sorry. We can stop this
I'm
particular direction.
folding it up and I'm putting it down my shirt. Into my granny bra. Those things hold a lot, apparently. I don't know, I've never worn one.
I just imagine that you're shoving it into your plate mail, like the scene
Yeah,
adventure.
Under the
that
plate
you
mail,
are.
into the granny bra.
I thought you were wearing leather.
Yeah, I was wearing leather, you're right.
I'm wearing plate mail.
Yeah.
Or I'm wearing a breastplate.
Whichever one of you is wearing whatever the heck armor in there. Just
Listen, I've forgotten fucking everything now. I've been blown away by this sudden turn of the story.
Plot twist? Oh my god, a granny bra of holding.
A granny bra of holding!
Oh my god, I'm into this.
I want
approve.
one in real
Yeah,
life,
exactly.
please.
Same. Same.
Mm,
Don't mind the squeaky sounds, I'm opening the windows, it's hot in here.
I thought that was your knees.
I mean, honestly, probably.
Just LARPing as your character. It's fine.
Just like walk away
Just-
into the corner, but like really slowly.
just
Despite the
grabbing
fact I
your
have the highest
hips.
speed of anyone in this game.
So, Bob, back to business. Apparently, there's a clockmaker / watchmaker that has been staying here and departed, and the mayor can't catch up because he's old and lacking in limberness.
Well, if you're talking about the reservations that the mayor did, am I okay? Everybody was suspiciously silent, and I had the moment of, "Are you reading me?" He's the
I'm reading you, I'm just
Hello.
slightly thrown by
Yeah.
everything.
So Bob is like, yeah. So if you're asking about the mayor's private affairs, I will ask you to maybe check in with the mayor, not with me.
Look here, young man. If you don't want your ears to be boxed, we are here on the authority of the mayor.
If you got leave from the mayor, just you should have said so. May I ask you to escort you to a table? We have a free table if you wish, and we have a new menu going on, and also
Don't
you were
waste our time.
okay. All right. Okay. So there is this man in he has a clock watching hat and has met with the mayor a few times. This is the only person outside of town that met with the mayor, and he just you know
Yes.
just Well, truth is, I'm not sure. I should tell you this because I mean, even if you got leave from the mayor,
The
this is
mayor wants us
confidential.
to know everything about the situation so we can hunt down the perpetrator and return his goods.
This is the time the DM asks you for a roll.
Nice.
I mean, I
This
just
is
dropped my die on the floor so I can just read whatever the hell that rolled. Actually, no, I'm not doing anything. I'm in the corner having a sulk. Ignore me. I stood up to, no, in character, I stood up to come over and help, and then remembered I'm cross with Blanche right now, and went back to the table.
roll me a stories, gremlins.
I literally rolled a 6 as well, so that's a 6 we're never gonna see.
Um,
Well,
I have. Go ahead.
Well, it is a 1 plus.
Also, did you
Your
use your weapons and/or your talent?
nah. I just look at him angrily, and he is ready to tell me everything because I rolled a 6.
Oh, this is great! I love it.
I don't even need to roll, but I'll do it anyway.
Excellent. I like to know how much information this guy dishes.
In order to help prove that the mayor has given us whatever, I use my strange growing plants. One of the vines pulls out of my pocket one of the old seals that he put on a letter, but I keep it folded over, so I'm pretending, to be official with official seal.
This is amazing.
But I'm using my tentacles, my vines, to help intimidate.
Excuse me? I'm sorry, can we say I'm using my tentacles? Excuse me?
I did say to
Maybe
begin
take a
with.
step back.
I did say to begin with, I had multiple types of plants growing on me, whether they are funguses or vines. They're useful.
It's terrifying. Again, terrifying. All right, and this is the same reaction that that Bob
So
has.
that would be
He's
4.
Oh no. Oh no, you got a 4. Oh no, you succeed, but at a cost. Well, the cost is that Bob is shaking so hard that the restaurant kind of gets at the standstill. They just have to stop whatever they're doing and are training their eyes on you, like what are you doing and why are you bullying the tavern owner, basically. And
I think we went a little too far.
and and he tells you he's almost not on his feet while he slowly shuffles towards where he holds like um the how do you call it, the book for the inn part of the tavern, and he's like, oh, here it is. I have records for Jimmy the watchmaker has asked me to forward his letters to out of town to another tavern in and he gives you the name of a neighboring town, and then he just slumps. You can see a few patrons leaving also. You're not sure if they are scared or there's something more to it. That's you don't nothing really catches your actual eye right now.
Well, we have an address, shall we?
Well, since we're not going to get a drink on the way out of him anymore, then we can just leave.
I toss a coin to our witcher. As we leave.
I do like to think that Geralt of Riviera is just walking through this town, and it's just two stories kind of intersecting for a brief moment in time.
I love this. So I assume that one sulky and two non-sulky people are going towards the neighboring town.
How
You
far is
see,
it, and is there any kind of transport to get there? We are
Yeah,
old ladies after
I was
all.
I
Do
was
we have our
thinking,
bus passes?
ooh,
Did we
bus
remember to bring
passes.
them?
Of course I did.
Well, I always
well,
remember to bring my bus pass.
you see a carriage leaving, like the local transport carriage that goes between towns, and it's just leaving. So, you may roll to run after it if you want,
I have got the
or
highest.
you may just
I have got the highest thing. I am going to
Yeah,
run
me
with
too.
I'm going to run and try to stop the bus. I'm going to roll a 3, which adds up to a 5, so I don't get run over by the bus. Hurrah!
Oh, you're a lucky person. You succeed, actually.
I'm gonna call after them when they're.
I roll a 2 and add 2, so that's a 4.
Oh no!
Okay, that's good.
You've busted your
That's
ankle, your old
good.
lady ankle.
Your knee hurts right now. Your knee
I
hurts.
I'm gonna shout after the other two while they're running because I'm not gonna run. And I'm gonna shout, "Why don't we just take the racing slime in the backyard?"
See, what Dorothy knows and Blanche doesn't realize is that racing slime does not mean it's actually faster than a human. It's just fast by slime standards. It's it's big enough to ride for one person, but it would be like riding a beanbag chair,
Oh, that'd be so
only
comfortable.
slightly moist.
Oh, I'd like that though.
A slightly damp beanbag chair.
I
Hey,
just
just put on
love
your
the,
swimsuit.
the idea of the old ladies just going at this very, very slow pace.
Like, yeah, it's like a casual human walking pace is the top racing slime speed.
Just slowly advancing.
It's great
Like,
for
let's
sunbathing.
hurry.
It's great for sunbathing on the beach because it can follow the sun and keep the sun on you the whole time. And then you just roll over to get the bottom side and the top side slimed for appropriate UV protection.
Yeah. I don't like
You're
that.
the one. You're the one with the crazy monsters. I'm just using it for story.
Oh. Also, you can also try to put in your hidden talent or your fighting style to not get a complication.
Fighting style. Ooh.
Oh, I hurl a ball of yarn at the coach, and it
Wait,
catches it and
excellent!
Can I
throws
give
it
you an idea? Can I give you an
flying.
idea? You have a knitted lasso.
I have a knitted what?
Lasso.
Lasso.
Lasso, yeah.
Just-
That's
I just
what I
Lasso.
wanted to
wanted
that.
to use the yarn for.
It's a lasso. Just to be clear.
It's from spider silk, so it's
No.
really, really stable. So
I am so into this. And
Sorry.
now you get a success and your knees don't hurt.
I'm sorry to
Where?
interrupt you there, Red, but I was just so excited by the idea of this knitted lasso. Lasso.
I like it.
Yeah, it's a lasso.
Lasso.
You know, yeah,
Oh,
it's French.
Lasso.
I'm bullying you. Yes,
Yeah,
it's
you
okay.
are. I've been bullied so much this game already. I can't believe
I'm
this.
bullying both of you actually because Shard is just looking at me.
I'm enjoying the chaos and pain. I don't understand.
So, oh boy. So, sweet our sweet little old ladies managed to stop the carriage, and to get in, you actually have enough spaces, and you have just a very friendly sort of company. They're just people you have seen in passing. They're not like actual friends or something, but they're good enough to have a conversation about bridge or something.
I finally catch up like 5 minutes later. Thanks for stopping the bus, ladies.
Yeah, I sit down, I get out my knitting, the green and bright yellow and red sweater that I'm knitting on, like horribly clashing colors.
Oh, yuck.
There is a kid over there, like an early teen, a sort of a tween sort of creature, who is just looking at your knitting needles like they are the most magical thing in the world.
And they
You have
possibly are.
inspired somebody. They definitely are, but the kid doesn't know it.
Ooh, do you have extra ones that you can hand over and like start teaching them how to knit?
I just wanted to do that. You look so
Yay!
interested. Do you want to try?
Yes. Can I?
Yes,
Can I?
sure. I fish out another set of ordinary knitting needles and some ordinary yarn because you don't hand the good stuff to
Random kids.
random kids. And start showing them how to hold the yarn and get it on the needles. And I'm suddenly really quiet and patient and explaining because I love knitting and I love to teach other people.
You're suddenly you can see it in the eyes of this person that you are the coolest human being that has ever tread this earth, and even if you'd beat like a billion dragons, it would be less important than what you're just doing. Like, this kid is just
We need more young people like that in the world.
Uh, I totally know that look because that has happened to me on a train before in real life.
Oh, that's so cute.
I've had that happen a couple of times. Whether I think in the hospital I was knitting, and one of the other families that was in the NICU, a couple of their kids were running around while I was sitting there teaching myself to knit, and they had questions about it. And then another time was writing in a library, and a kid was supposed to be there looking for a book, and he came and sat down and asked about the writing and how to do it, and blah blah blah.
Mhm.
It was pretty cool.
Yeah, it's really cool.
I tried knitting once and then I got bored.
no.
That's
I
perfectly fine if it's not for
I
you.
I
I
am
tried
too
to learn
ADHD.
knitting twice, and I cannot learn knitting.
And
I do not know
you
why
see,
the thingies just slipped. So I got a Tunisian crochet to life hack it,
yeah, Tunisian
because
crochet is fun too.
because like Tunisian crochet can look like knitting sometimes. So
And yeah, and
Molly,
see, my ADHD and knitting work really well because if I knit something simple, I can actually focus better on conversations on TV and some because my attention doesn't get distracted because I'm already slightly distracted by knitting, but not enough to not pay attention anymore.
mood, mood. I relate to that so much.
I,
Shard, our brain just went the same place. We just went the same place.
Mine did too, honestly. I just didn't say anything.
I will say
I
that
love.
it's a lot easier to knit if you are watching a show, listening to something, etc. Because your hands are busy, but you've got other things going on.
Yes.
I tend to bully myself because on the one hand it's a lot easier to knit while you're focusing on something else. On the other hand, I love learning new stitches. So I usually cannot listen to something else because I am listening to the video of the stitch that I'm trying to learn.
Yeah, new and complicated stuff doesn't work with multitasking, but I usually have something simple that I use for all the times when I just need something to keep my hands busy.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So, slowly but surely you reach the new town. It is kind of the same as the town you just left. It's just, you know, town.
Is it basically the exact same layout with buildings in the same places? And like where our house would be, there's like three old grandpas that hang out there. They go adventuring.
The only difference between the towns is that the roofs are different colours.
Yes, yes.
Yes. Yes, very much so. So you like maybe you ask around, and slowly but surely you do reach the the address given, and it is the other tavern. It's you don't really have a lot of walking to do. Let's put it this way: it's very old lady accessible. Your whole search, and you got to the other tavern. And there's it's a lot more bar-y than the tavern you just left. And a lady, a sort of a middle-aged, forgettable lady, greets you at the entrance like, "What can I get you, young ladies?"
I am a
I
bit parched.
My
squint suspiciously.
and my eyebrows raise until they reach my hairline, basically.
She's drunk as a skunk. She's like super done. But you can like she's awake enough to for you to maybe get information out of her if you want.
Um, we're looking for a man named Jimmy. Do you happen to know where this Jimmy is?
He's a
Oh,
watchmaker.
oh, the watch boy, the boy that came with the watches. Oh, he's upstairs. He's
Uh,
upstairs. He's fine.
what
He's
room
doing
number
great.
would that be?
Oh, the room's upstairs. It can go up. It's fine.
How many rooms are there upstairs though? Like,
Like 15.
yeah. So which number of the 15?
Oh, so, well, it's like the a
Oh,
number.
blast it. I just push past her, go in. Not like shove her or anything, but I do just go past.
Yeah, she slightly slumps like next to the bar. She's like, "Hey, don't be like this. Don't be like this, please. Just respect the owner.
I
Respect."
We
didn't
have.
actually push her, I just went past
Yeah, but she's not really that stable.
I'm gonna help her sit down, and then I'm gonna follow.
Excellent.
Yeah, I'm following too.
I'm just gonna knock on every single door and ask, "Are you Jimmy?"
I wanted to ask either one of you to pitch me a role if you want.
Alright. I am going ahead. What kind of role do you want it to be?
Whatever it is that you have ideas for. You can be brave, you can be personable and persuasive, you can be fast, like the wind, or you can just have straight up endurance.
Okay, what would having my Mogwai run to every single door and sniff it, see if anyone's inside?
Be a bonus. I mean,
What would the base roll for that be?
I would put it as knowledgeable, honestly,
Okay, so
some
I get
stories.
Okay, so I get a +1 from stories and a +1 from rescuing tiny creatures. That's good because I rolled a 3, and that means it goes up to a 5. Whoa! And I'm gonna have to get my die every single time I do this.
You sniff the mayor. I mean the
Sniff?
mayor's.
I'm sorry, what? I sniff the mail. What? I'm sorry, what?
You sniff the mayor's scent. The Mogwai doesn't seem too excited of the mayor's scent, but it's something that it knows, so it's like, yo, here. In front of one of the doors. It is easily one of the doors.
I knock on the door sharply.
You hear a grunt from the other side, and like, I'm coming, I'm coming, I'm coming. What time would you say that it is by this point?
Well, I think it was at least noon by the time we left, so.
Yeah. So what? 2-hour ride, maybe?
I'd say it's probably at least 3, honestly.
Ooh, it's getting close to supper time.
Yeah.
So there's this.
Don't laugh at me. I timed myself out being scandalized.
I'm not
Don't
scandalized by
worry.
what? I don't understand.
By someone lying to poor Dorothy all these years.
I just didn't tell you. That's not lying.
Oh, good lord. Well, the guy is you hear a door creaking horribly like it is a whole nightmare of a creak, and very very young, like 17ish, very 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 young man um opens the door, just wearing the funniest approximation of a watchmaker that you have ever seen. It's got like a top hat with cogs glued on it, and a and like this crop top of a vest that has like little cogs that are intertwined on it. They don't serve a purpose, they just are there. And it's like this weird sort of red, and is wearing like a black turtleneck underneath it.
This sounds like some steampunk cosplay.
Yes, it is. It is just a half-assed steampunk cosplay.
I'm gonna slide my foot into the door so that he can't close it on us.
He looks very surprised. You're obviously not who he was expecting. Oh, did
Jimmy,
they send? Are you new? Well, I will have you know that I will not hand anything over until we're done negotiating.
young man.
Just so we're.
Yeah, I was literally about to say young man. Can we please say young man at exactly the same time in the exact same stern tone of voice?
Okay.
Stern tone, rather. Young man.
Young man.
Young man.
He is deeply confused because you're still not who he's expecting to see. Are you lost?
No.
Is
Do we look lost to you, young man?
I don't know. You're old enough.
You know, usually people that are off trying to scam other people would be suspicious of 3 old women showing up at their door. Usually means they're about to be cursed.
Oh, your witch is cool. That is awesome. No, I was actually thinking like, oh, these are old ladies. These are not who I'm expecting. But your witch is, so that makes a lot more sense. Yeah, come on over in.
Why do these young people always assume?
No respect these days, Blanche. No
I'm going-
respect.
I'm going to push Jimmy backwards into the room and onto his bed and make him sit.
Mhm.
I'm sorry. Wait, before you said make him sit, that sounded really fucking weird.
Yes,
I was I just imagined him flopping onto his back, and I was like, oh, okay. I'm not sure where this is going.
Which one of you is the horny
I
I'm
mean,
not a fan.
that is technically the one that I was supposed to be designed after.
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
He's sitting on the bed. He understands. He's concerned.
Jimmy,
He's deeply concerned.
you are going to tell us what you did with the mayor's clock. Otherwise, my
I was
friend
just-
Rose here.
No, babe, old lady, mommy, please.
Oh, God.
just
Oh,
understand that-
Don't. No. Jimmy.
Is Jimmy talking at us like the kid in that video? Listen, Linda, listen.
What video is that?
You haven't seen? Okay,
Hang
I'll
on, I
have
have to find this for
just
context.
type in "listen, Linda," and it's a little kid
Jimmy
talking to his
is
mom.
deep. I'm not saying that Jimmy is purely having flashbacks of his mom, but I'm not saying that. Jimmy is slightly terrified. Um, so he's like, ah, there, you. I was pointing you towards the thing. You see, I split it. I did the splitting. This is the egg you wanted, and that thing is garbage. I don't care. This is the I didn't finish it because you came a bit early, but that's the thing that you wanted. And you see a really damn big watch face, and it's very it's very full of figurines. It's got a lot of ornaments on it. Not exactly the best taste going on for the mayor for the thing that he worked on for 2 years, but that's beside the point. You also see the pièce de résistance is this very big egg that is painted.
What?
Can I use my rescue tiny animal knowledge to work out if that's just a decorative egg and it's got like
Hey.
nothing in it, or if there's actually like a live animal inside this egg that he's painted?
Roll me, honey.
Do I roll knowledge?
Yeah, roll the one for the brain thing.
6
Story?
in total. 6 total. Hooray! Yeah,
Okay,
story. So +1 and +1 for tiny creature rescue, tiny monster rescue.
Spud, why don't you like get a towel or a shirt and set it on your desk and roll into that?
good.
I'm gonna give you all an understanding of how big my desk is. That's my desk. That's the space I have.
It's close enough.
Okay.
There's no room, shots.
Okay, then get a cup and put some cloth in it so that it doesn't rattle and drop it in the cup.
Okay,
Or just make
I
it
have glass,
happen.
but it's got apple
cardboard
juice
box.
residue in it.
Cardboard box roll in it.
Well, your dice will taste like apple juice afterwards.
Done that.
I'm all about solutions.
I see. Sure. I won't do that with the wooden one, though. I'll do it with the plastic one, because I don't want the wooden one to go nasty. What?
Nothing.
Oh, I care you very much.
Young
Honestly,
lady.
juice gets cleaned off really easily.
Okay. It's got the glass, I guess.
As long as you don't have metal dye, you're fine.
Anyway. Is there actually a living thing in this egg, or is it just like a hollowed out painted
It's a
egg?
whole ass dragon egg.
Young man, what do you think you're doing with this? There's a lot of young mans in here.
Well,
Mm-hmm,
didn't you come here to collect the egg? I mean, this is the point, right? This is what we're working on right now.
Was the
We
egg
are
in the
here.
clock to begin with?
Yeah, you can see that it was part of the design.
So you stole from the mayor so that you could take the egg and give it to whoever you're about to meet in a few minutes.
You're not those people?
Correct.
Oh no, am I in trouble?
Yes.
Uh-oh. Well,
I take off my shawl and I wrap it around
this
the
is
egg.
the time where I come here to confess my sins. What I did wrong. I'm sorry. So there's this person who, well, I was a nice little boy who I was in school, and we'll see. I'm a pretty good watchmaker, and I make good watches. You can see after my outfit, I'm a good watchmaker. And you see, there's this guy who came, and he was like, "Hey, do you want to dismantle the watch for us?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure, I can dismantle the whole ass watch. Why not?" And he was like, "Well, cool, because we need the watch dismantled." So I dismantled the watch, and I didn't really dismantle. Oh, I mean, I kind of did. I didn't finish. So there's that. Well, the thing is, they didn't really want the whole watch to be dismantled. They just wanted an egg. So they were like, "Okay, so this there should be an egg shape." And I'm sorry,
And who is
entertaining.
this person
I
who
mean,
contracted you for this?
his name's Bob.
What?
He's this dude. He's just a dude, and he has the whole gang, and
Would this be
uh,
Bob that owns the tavern in the town where you stole
I
this
don't
block from?
know. I don't know.
Or is
How
this
should I know?
another Bob?
I mean, I have no idea.
If you can't
And
keep
I
Have
don't
you
know
names,
these
seen?
villages.
Have
if you
you?
I
can't,
don't.
Sorry.
go ahead.
Have you seen this Bob who hired
Yeah.
you?
Yeah, Bob gives me the tasks. He
So
arranged for my setting in the various the stuff that I was in. He just took care of my living arrangements, I guess he called them. He was like, "Oh yeah, you will sit in this room, and you will sit in this room, and you will wait for instructions."
did you
And
see this Bob in the
yeah,
tavern you stayed before where you got this one?
oh yes, I saw him in both taverns. Bob's a nice guy.
What does Bob look like?
He looks like a man, I guess, like the usual. He looks like he looks old, like I don't know, might be middle age or something.
I roll my eyes
A
at
small
that.
part of us dies inside hearing middle
Yeah.
age is old. Uh,
I'm so sorry.
no!
I'm
It do be like that.
honestly, I'm concerned that you believe that you're a good watchmaker when you can't even keep track of people, places, and names.
I
Watch
mean,
How are
work,
you supposed to
watch
keep
work
track of
is
time?
yeah. Not to mention all the little gears. Watch work is very focused and
I
dedicated work.
lose
You
a
obviously do not
gear.
have the mental acuity that one should have at your age, let alone the mental acuity of a watchmaker.
Wow, madam, you're so mean.
I have to protect my friends' feelings because you called middle age old, and middle age is nothing close to this, hun.
I mean, you're ancient.
I take that as a compliment.
I'm gonna just turn around. Just where I was tending to like making sure this egg was wrapped up and like on something soft. I'd moved it over to the bed and like was keeping it on something soft. Just turns around, just a look, just youngsters.
I'm so sorry.
No, you're not, and that's okay.
And he's like, okay, thanks, I guess. Uh, so are you gonna take the what? Are you gonna punish me?
We're going to sit right here until this Bob shows up.
Oh, he's not gonna show up, of course.
Well, then who is?
Well, Daddy.
Who?
And the rest of the gang, I guess. I'm not sure.
I'm gonna tie this
I
kid
mean,
up.
they are due to come in like when the sun goes down. So there's that.
I'm gonna
And
tie.
you hear. Did anybody close the door?
Presumably. We were going to give this young man a lecture. We need the door closed.
Yeah.
So did you lock it?
No.
Okay, then you hear just you whichever one of you is facing or back whatever. The door opens. The door opens just brutally, just clangs up against the wall, leaves the horriblest creak, just a surprise. Why are you moving me? And you see a bunch of pretty young guys. You, whichever, if, well, they are pretty young and they're pretty pissed.
I'm pretty unimpressed.
Yeah, they're like, all right. I don't know who you are to be asking questions, madams, but this is we encourage you to go home, and we will take it from here. Thank you.
I step forward in the middle of that whole diatribe, blah, 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 crack my knuckles, start glowing green.
Oh my god.
I
Pull, I, hold,
sorry.
I'm almost done. I'm almost done.
Sorry.
Pull out a large broadsword that is just covered in vine symbols and it's glowing. And I pull out a shield from underneath my dress. It's made of wood and it's got vines and stuff growing off of it and some mushrooms on top. I'm sorry. Are you sure you belong here? Your turn. Spud.
No, I was going to say I've decided it's not a mogwai. It looks kind of like a mogwai. However, it's has anyone here played? It's not exactly this, but has anyone here played Guild Wars 2? You don't have to. It's just it would be easier for me to explain.
Once.
Nope.
Okay. Does anyone in chat know the Quagons?
How do you spell that?
It doesn't look like a Quagon, but anyone who knows Quagons from Guild Wars 2 will know what I'm going for here. Possibly. They're one of the races in Guild Wars 2. They look like little beluga whales, if beluga whales were vaguely humanoid shaped. It's not that, it does look like a mogwai, but the thing about them is when they get angry, they basically hulk out and turn into these like terrifyingly toothed little monsters. And that's
Okay.
what this is. It's mogwai that just turns into gremlin when angry.
When angry instead of after
Yes.
eating food.
Yes.
So you have to calm it down to get
Yeah.
it to turn back in.
Yes.
That's beautiful.
This is amazing.
And it's in my hair, and I've pulled it out, and I'm holding this child, and it's starting to growl.
That is just.
It looks like a teddy bear at the moment, but
It's slowly becoming big and
it's sort of
monstrous.
twitching. It's sort of twitching. The teeth are sort of
Oh
starting to pop out.
Oh no, is it?
Screw that. It's adorable.
I'm pulling out a pair of long straight knitting needles made from metal with very pointy tips.
Terrifying.
Are these the ones that have the connection in between, or are they separate?
No, they are separate.
Okay.
Get ready to be knitted.
As you can see, you are outmatched here, young people, and you should walk away, or you are going to get the beat down of your life.
Well, yes, but unfortunately.
Push glasses back up on my nose.
You see, we cannot do that, madam. We cannot do this. Because it is our job to, take the merchandise back to the person we sold it to. So
And
I
who
guess
would
we do.
that?
Well, it's none of your business, is it? So
What?
basically, oh my god, I'm playing such a dipshit.
No, go ahead. I'm
Yeah, you
enjoying
keep
it.
I
going.
know. I just had I just had a moment.
That's okay.
I'm using this time while this character is monologuing at us to have my vines sneak along the floor and twine around their feet.
Oh, I will need rolls from you to combat these people.
I'm just
he
setting it
is
up while he's talking.
he's not monologuing. He's just going, we cannot do that. They are, and he starts brandishing his knife. He's a rogue type sort of fella. He's got like the cloak going on and the knife and the slightly raggedy face to go with it. He's not unhandsome, but he's got a bit of, he's got those scars going on. And thing is, he's also like very used to being feared. Like you get that vibe from him.
Yeah.
You get the vibe of a dude who usually saunters into a place and is people are uncomfortable with him and his posse that is obviously fitted to be as intimidating as possible. You have somebody with like a cloak and plate mail. You have somebody with like this mask that is weirdly red. Like, does the mask make any sense? Heck no. But it's slightly intimidating, so he's throwing it on.
I'm going to smite him.
I was going to say right back before you do that. Can I just have a one-liner, please?
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely.
I was just going to turn to the idea and just shake my head. Adventurers these days have no sense of style, do they?
Absolutely
Or
not.
manners. And now you can smite.
And then I smite. I bring the sword down on his head, and the
I feel a die.
so that's going to be guts, but also growing strange plants inside the scabbard of this sword and along the carved-in vines is actually a particular type of fungal growth that when it hits things, its spores just poof everywhere. So the smite is, by my god, but also by the plants that are growing on my things. So it's a poisonous, toxic smite, I guess.
Amazing.
And also, I have a weapon for any occasion. So
yes,
this is a
I am
+4 smite.
ready. I'm fucking ready. You have no clue. I'm just waiting for that roll to go through.
Oh, nice. 9. Because that's 2 for guts and then 1 for putting fighting style and hidden talent into it, right?
Yep.
As it hits, there's just this kind of like in Hollow Knight, the spore cloud when it won't affect us. It never has. It's got a nice rosy, perfumey smell to it for those who have been inoculated over 50 years.
I'm so ready. Okay, I am waiting on the other grannies to continue their onslaught.
Red, do you want to go? I can wait. I promise. I know I'm vibrating, but I can't wait.
I'm going at the guy with the plate mail, but with my thin, stabby needles. I'm quickly poking in between the places where I can see where there are small openings.
The dice is moist. Sorry. I don't like this idea, Shard.
I mean, you could have dried it out first with a saw.
This is a quick attack, so it's hustle, okay?
Yeah.
Are we fine with
It's
that?
very good.
So,
oh yes.
And it's using my knitting and my weapons for any occasion, so I'm definitely having a 6. And I so need to replace this dice.
It's a very good roll, so you shank the heck out of this guy.
I also use Hustle to surprise throw an rapidly angering Mogwai directly into his face.
Good lord.
And therefore it counts as both tiny monster rescue and a weapon for any occasion.
This is why they tried to keep us at each other's throats for so long doing MMA, because altogether we're kind of like a...
I also get a 9. And I'm going to lick the die off, hold on. But it rolled a 5, and I managed to add all of my points, so that's a 9. Just rah!
That's amazing. I am so into it. You see 3 of them at least. I will count a little bit more than 3. Just flop to the ground after the old ladies did their attack, and the rest of them just flop to the ground in terror.
Did
Because
either of you get the rude young man at the front?
I did. That was
You
my
went
first
for
attack.
him. Okay. I was going to say, because if you didn't, that's going directly on his face. But
oh yeah, the rude young man is obliterated. Because I am fairly sure that the rude young man somehow got hit by all 3 of them in some capacity, even if Red hit the other one, the plated guy. I just have this feeling.
Yeah, I'm fast. I just put in a
Yeah,
quick step to the side.
Oh God,
swashbuckler.
Jimmy, the kid behind us has got to be just like pissing his pants.
Jimmy is if any one of you turns behind, you will see Jimmy torn between awe and terror and muttering something about mom.
either he wants his mom or he's just discovered new things about himself.
I
All
mean,
of the above.
you don't survive to be this old unless you.
Unless you're really good.
You see, all of the above plus the fact that you remind him of his mom. So he's very confused right now. He's just got a lot of feelings going on.
Wait a minute. Did I?
Had like a horrible 10 minutes of his life. He'll be scarred for a long time.
Did I have a child at some point that I abandoned, and that happens to be his mom?
I mean,
Or you're his grandma.
Am I his grandmother?
I'm not saying no. I'm just
Oh.
saying maybe you should
Is
visit
the
Jimmy sometimes.
is the current threat dealt with? Are they done now?
Oh, they are terrified. They are utterly terrified.
All right, let's wrap this situation up. You want to grab the egg? I'll carry the actual clock.
You could ask them about Bob if you want. If not, that's also fine.
We can't last the leader. He doesn't have a face anymore.
Yeah. Tell you what. How about the next time that you see Bob, any of you that are listening, you send them to us. We'll be waiting for him. And Jimmy, hold still a moment. I'm going to cast one of my paladin spells of genealogy. It was a hobby that I got into at one point and couldn't figure out where some of it went because, well, I kind of got around. So, as did my parents. They were. There is a natural hippie theme to my whole family tree on this character, I'm guessing.
Hang on, are you literally just throwing out like fucking LSD? Is that what's happening? You're literally just like a 60s hippie who's hit old age and never quite left the phase. I love it. Whereas I'm the crazy cat lady, but it's random monsters. And you're the nits for everyone, old lady. I love this with all the stereotypes. I love this so much.
This is like, oh, this is a stereotypical old lady, but make it terrifying.
Yes.
So is Jimmy my grandchild?
Well, unfortunately, Jimmy is actually your great grandchild.
Great grandchild. Interesting. Yeah. All right, you're coming with us. I'm going to pick up the clock, grab Jimmy by the ear. We're going to have a long talk about what you've been up to, young man, and you're going to change your career.
Oh, but I like being a watchmaker.
You're not a watchmaker. You could probably learn one day, but you got to focus on it.
Jimmy's crying, and he's just coming behind, like very sad. He knows that there will be a whole reckoning to go through.
Are we now taking in stray kids?
Well, apparently this one is progeny of mine.
This is what happens when you spend an entire decade on your back.
Okay.
Yes,
Fair
that's a
point.
catty in-character
Good
comment.
thing we have people working on the house, so we can just expand and get an extra room in there.
Ah, I wonder how many other
Uh,
grandchildren I have.
may I ask you don't tell mom about this?
Oh, we are going to talk to your mom because I'd like to meet her.
Oh, okay. Sure.
I need to learn more about this family that I don't know about that I made.
Yeah. Poor little Jimmy is just very terrified. He's like, "Oh my god, I'm so getting rounded right now."
I wrap up the dragon egg in the blankets from the bed. I'll pay them at the bar
Okay,
to
so
take the
you're
bedding
bringing
away.
it with you. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, we are technically supposed to bring the whole watch back, right?
I got that.
Okay.
I'm big enough. I can carry it. I'm just slow.
Also, I do have to calm down, Mr.
Yeah.
Tibbles.
Oh, in the left pocket of my backpack, there should be.
Do you think I don't have treats on my person at any given time?
Oh, absolutely. But I do grow special treats.
The last time I gave him one of your special treats, he was unconscious for 12 hours.
I mean, it calmed him down.
I can't carry both Mr. Tibbles and this egg.
Mr. Tibbles, Jesus
His name is Mr.
Christ.
Tibbles!
Fair point. I'll try to not make them knock out treats anymore. While you're around.
I'm gonna roll with the storytelling personality thing and the tiny monster rescue to calm Mr. Tibbles down, because Mr. Tibbles is currently eating a face.
Oh yeah,
just-
fair.
Yes, I'm rolling it on the floor again.
I forgot
6
that
total.
Mr. Tibbles is getting a snack.
Yes, Mr. Tibbles is having a snack. I'm having to lure Mr. Tibbles away with like better treats than just a random dude's face. And then pets.
I do like
Switches.
that we don't even bother with cleanup. We just take what we were there for.
No, we're just gonna. I'm gonna leave a good amount of money at the counter to pay for the fact we've stolen the blankets and there's a dead faceless man in one of the bedrooms.
Oh my god, what's a good amount of money look like to us? Do you just like leave a coin, but that coin happens to be a platinum?
Yeah. I mean, we're old adventurers. I presume we are loaded. Like,
And you're
we have
still going
recruited
on
so many
adventures.
magic items and so much gold over our lives. Sorry, Lexi.
Do parents fear letting their children trick or treat at our house, but children go to our houses to trick or treat anyway? Because every now and then they'll put their hand in the basket to grab some candy and they'll get a like tiny magical trinket of some sort,
Yeah. Or just magic sweets.
or just magic sweets.
You
Oh,
probably
my
made some
God.
magic fudge at some point.
mhm.
Suitable for
Oh.
children magic fudge, not the kind you make for us.
I wanted to say that explains why the parents are so terrified to have the kids trick or treat in that house.
Oh my god, everyone in the village thinks we're witches. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, everybody in the village has no reason to dispute that that's the witch house.
We have all the
And-
magic items. Yeah, in a
and
small town, sorry, you go,
No,
I'm
I
fine-
oh, sorry.
Lexi.
I'm fine with them thinking we are witches because then they leave us alone, except for when they need us. And then we get something from it, so sounds like a good deal.
I was gonna in a small community in a fantasy setting with magic, like they're not gonna know the difference between a bunch of magic items and just
Look,
general
you're-
high level knowledge.
You're the witches who have these magical guardians who leave the house every once in a while in full plate. Like they're like, oh yeah, those are the bodyguards of the little old ladies that live here.
All of the groaning and roaring and whatnot that's coming from the animal pens, it's actually those animals whining that they're not that you're not home to feed them, but it sounds like
Oh, the witches are doing their rituals again.
you
Oh,
just had.
Meanwhile, Bruce is just making weird noises because, like, he tripped and hurt his nose, and he's just sad.
Oh no!
But he's making the most
My heart.
terrifying noises you've ever heard. But he's
Oh.
just sad.
I love all of the backstory for these characters.
Yes.
Yes. It's just pure wholesome. So you're on your way back home, I guess.
We commandeer the bus again.
Mm-hmm.
As the bus slowly approaches home, you sometimes see the sky darkening for a few seconds, and then there's nothing. And then let's say 15-30 minutes pass, and the sky darkens again, and then there's nothing again. And as you reach the village, this starts as you approach the village, this starts happening more and more often, and for slightly more time than the last time.
So the sky darkens and then lightens.
Yeah, it's like there's yes.
I was going to say, is it like something very large is flying overhead quite quickly?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm neither gonna confirm nor deny.
Lexi. Lexi.
You might look out the window, but the window is very narrow, and unfortunately, you cannot see properly.
Is this grayscale? That old motherfucker?
I mean, eventually, you do reach your station, and I assume that you get out.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And it's very dark, and it's getting darker somehow. And
I look up.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's a dragon.
Is it grayscale?
It's not grayscale. This one is emerald green and very pretty.
Oh, so it's a young one. Ugh.
As if we haven't had enough youths acting up today.
We're gonna have to put this dragon in its place, aren't we?
No, I'll deal with it. And I go and basically wave down the dragon. I take the egg in the bundle and I just wave down the dragon in the dragon way that I know. So can I add 2 to that? Actually, a dragon's not a tiny monster. A dragon is a big monster. So does my tiny monster rescue apply here?
Well, you are holding a tiny monster. Determining whether it's an emerald dragon egg.
No,
Would
I
be
was just going
helpful.
to
You
wave the
can-
dragon down and try it sort of in a way that I'm hoping means it
Just-
won't just attack immediately.
Yeah.
Lexi?
Did we lose Lexi?
Oh no!
Did Lexi explode?
Lexi exploded!
Wait. Does that mean we win?
We win! Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Sorry, chat. It looks like our GM has temporarily left the building.
Our GM is well, she's an old lady, so we know that she just fell over and can't get up. As we know.
So we will attempt to entertain you in the meantime. Yeah, Lexi dropped from the call, so it's probably an
Can you
internet
hear
thing.
us, Malia?
Yeah.
Yeah, can you hear us, Molly?
Yes, I can.
Well-
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Hello!
Hello! I am going to try to call.
Surprise! Molly has been here
Lexi.
this entire time.
Ha ha ha. Okay, let's see where. Add to call. Go to you. May I please add you to call?
I can explain the basis of the Dragon Blooded and Exalted, though, to see if anyone's interested in that. Like, Exalted, there's these different splats, is what they're called. Which is almost like
Boop.
I don't know if anyone knows World of Darkness. It's by the same people, so like you could play like a vampire, and there's different like classes within casts, types of vampire
Okay.
within vampire, and then there's where Lexi's
Okay.
back. Never mind.
Yes, and I'm just going to
We'll
be
not finish.
popping.
There is
Woo!
no
Whoa!
context.
Yes, we have a very large Lexi taking over my entire screen. So let me shrink
Hey, she
her
might be
down just a
sensitive.
bit.
Don't comment on it.
No, I apologize. But it was
I knew
it was
she'd
meant.
find it funny, so that's why I said it.
Okay.
It's okay. It's
Oh,
okay.
no.
He knows he can bully me.
I know. Listen, I know Lexi well
Okay.
enough to
There
know
we go.
that she will let me get away with a lot of shit, and also
Yes.
she doesn't
Okay,
care.
why?
about
But
a lot of shit.
you have to consider other folk too. Molly doesn't like hurting people's feelings, so using something
This
Molly
is-
says.
I have
Molly,
played
you would
Ark.
never hurt me, and
I've played Ark with both
Oh,
Lexi and
There we
Molly.
go. Oh.
And Molly apologized so goddamn much. And I'm going through it in editing, and it's just Molly said, "I'm sorry over literally nothing," and me and Leto just going, "Molly, please,
Sorry.
please just take
Molly
the
is
stuff we give you for
amazing.
adventuring and stop worrying. We love you."
yes, Molly is amazing, and I love them so much.
I love you all too, and I am muting now. Hopefully things will be okay now.
I'll explain Exalt at the end of the session so that if anyone's interested, I can see if, because I think Lexi might be interested if it is old people with magic powers.
Well, people with magic powers is the best. They know how to use it the best.
Well,
Or the
Exalted is
craziest.
all people with magic powers.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry, Lexi.
Um,
The camera's frozen.
Oh no!
I was
Big
thinking
hi.
the same thing.
No.
So,
Okay, camera frozen, but I think we're getting
No, I'm
audio.
here. I'm here.
Okay.
Can you?
Yeah,
we're
can
getting-
you- I'm here. Can you see me?
Yeah.
Okay, I think you were just okay. Now you were very slideshowy for a while. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was yeeting the Twitch video in another tab and hoping that it will solve it. So last I checked on all y'all, Spud was flagging down the dragon, maybe using the
Um,
Oh no, not now. We're so close to the end of the session.
yeah, Lexi, your robot and freeze frame you
Close,
Oh, I
get.
was
close
roboting?
everything.
Hold up. Bye, chat.
Bye.
Sorry.
I'll read chat out
yeah.
to you.
I have everything closed except for
No,
VC.
it's not on your end.
internet
It's
stuff.
not on your end, Molly
Okay.
Molly. It's on mine. Don't worry. Let me just slowly. I have closed my Wi-Fi on my phone as well. So now that should set free a lot of bandwidth. So last I checked on y'all, Spud was flagging down a dragon.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and I was asking whether or not tiny creature rescue counts, tiny monster rescue counts when it's actually a giant monster. Does it count my tiny monster rescue skills?
It's a dragon egg.
Yeah, but I'm flagging down the adult.
Well, make it count.
We'll make it count. Okay, I'm flagging it down in a sort of hey,
Yo,
we're cool
you
kind
can.
of way. So I get 2 bonuses. And that
Yeah.
means that I technically cannot
Okay,
fail.
make it count.
Which is
as
good
in,
because I rolled a 1.
As in, bring me.
So I could get 3.
Well,
But there's a complication.
well, I will allow it.
Thank you, Lexi. I can fail or ask to succeed at a cost.
No.
The internet really doesn't want Lexi to finish this game, folks.
No, it really doesn't.
This is...
Would
Yeah,
now
I
be
see myself really well and so pretty.
Lexi, if you turn off your camera, that'll free up some bandwidth.
But okay. Oh, I love you so much. You cannot see me right now. Now you cannot see me. Woohoo! Now I should be better.
We seem to have lost all cameras, so I have no idea how that happened.
Interesting.
Lexi, you.
Technical difficulties.
Oh dear. Okay, I bet I know.
Don't worry about it.
Okay. I bet I know. There we go. I'm just turning off your capture. Your window goes and becomes huge, and it was blocking out everyone else. So, sorry.
Oops. Oops.
Should be okay now,
Sorry.
though. Except we'll just have a
Sorry about
blank thing
that.
for Lexi. No, it's fine. I'm going away now.
Love you, Molly.
You flagged the little dragon.
Thank you, Molly.
And the little dragon is angry. The little dragon wants to eat your pet.
The little dragon will do no such thing.
Well, sucks to be
Listen
you.
here.
It lands next to all of you, and it is currently sniffing your pet.
That sounded so wrong.
It did a bit, but that's okay. I'm going to. You know what? I'm going to whap it with a newspaper that I inexplicably had tucked in my back pocket.
I mean,
Or
you do have a
something that
weapon
works
for
like a
every
news-
occasion.
I do have a weapon
You
for
have a
every
weapon-
occasion. I'm not using it to do damage. I'm using it to basically intimidate. Is what's happening here.
You're using it to do emotional damage to a young pup
Yeah.
that is not respecting their elders.
Jesus.
Um,
All right then.
Okay,
All
so
right,
if
then,
talking
all
to
right.
dragons counts as tiny monster rescue, this means I get 3 bonus to this roll
Well,
in total.
I am honestly counting it as tiny monster rescue because you're literally trying to rescue a tiny monster.
We
You're rescuing
are.
your own pet.
It's
I'm
just
trying to rescue my own pair.
Yes.
I rolled a
Yes.
6. That means
And
I get a
also-
9 for intimidating this whelp.
Literally.
Yeah, that's terrifying. So the
No,
dragon is
Just whap. No.
mildly
Bats.
confused. The dragon is confused. You have successfully confused the dragon enough for it to not actively try to do a murder. Now,
Right. Now. And I put down the blanket wrapped egg and peel back the blanket. I believe we found something of yours.
it basically reaches out a very big, very clawed hand, and it starts crying. It just grabs the egg in the blanket from you, and it just starts sobbing and sobbing and sobbing. And you have never seen a reptile cry, so that is weird.
Ooh, I want to try and collect some of those tears.
Lexi, I don't think they even have tear ducts. Reptiles don't, but sure.
Exactly.
Yeah, but
That is
dragons
weird.
aren't
are weird. Okay.
reptiles.
I will whap you with the newspaper if you go for that, by the way. If you go for that to like try and put a bottle under the tear duct for this poor dragon's crown, I will whack
You
you.
completely just overlooked and missed that.
What? What did I miss?
That I said that. that I said that we should collect the tears.
Yeah, I
Because
will whack
dragon
you.
tears would be so rare.
I'm going to whap you with this newspaper.
I won't do it. I can make Grayscale cry and collect his tears. It's fine.
You will do no such thing. And now I'm gonna go. I'm gonna get the blankets. Now that if any of the blankets like fell off, I'm gonna sort of use them to like put over the dragon. They're very small. The dragon just there. I'm just patting the dragon, trying to make it feel better. It's all right.
The dragon doesn't mind. Just takes the tear vial and is like,
No,
yeah,
Really?
sure. And basically one tear fills up the vial.
oh
And
my
it's like-
god.
There you go. And it's like, oh my god, thank you. I didn't expect for anybody to take my little legsies, and they're my precious thing. I like to
Now look
collect
what you've
eggs.
done, Blanche.
I
Thank Thank
just
you
want to
so
feed my
much.
plants some dragon tears, that's all.
I hope that means that you have given me my eggs back and won't take my eggs away from me again.
We would never do that.
The dragon was trying to be menacing over here. Okay.
The dragon is currently
Okay.
probably quite snotty, considering it's,
The
crying.
dragon is very snotty.
So it's not very intimidating.
The dragon is very gross. The dragon is just the quivering, crying little mass of tears.
I'm pretty sure that the older a grandmother is, like, you can't intimidate them. it's just
Oh, it's not
some
trying to.
they
It's
become
not
immune
like
to intimidation.
actively. Yeah, it's just gently trying to be like, I will fuck you up if you dare to disrespect me, but also it is just hugging its egg and being like, I swear to God, if you part me with my egg once more.
Do you know who took the egg from you to begin with?
Oh, a bunch of idiots.
Mhm.
It was a very long time ago, and I have been following the chain of where my egg got for like about 50 years.
Oh, that's a long time.
This
I
egg
was
is
so
very old.
bored of interacting with this goddamn people.
It's a very young dragon. Is this a teenage pregnancy dragon?
It takes like, well, see here. An egg takes a long time to hatch, okay? And I am, well, I know I look young, and thank you, but I'm not that young. I am appropriately aged for a dragon. It says while trying to puff itself up, to look a little older.
You know, if you need a safe place to stay, you can always live with us. We're going to be expanding our house soon.
Thank you, but I don't. Thanks, but no. I'm all right.
My friend here
I
is
have my
very,
horde.
very good at helping take care of young creatures, and my other
it's
friend
alright.
here is very good at making nice knitted
I'm just gonna.
clothing.
Blanche,
Yes.
just leave it there.
I will come visit you. And she just pats Blanche on the head.
Just dunk with this massive clawed
Yeah.
hand.
Yeah, it's like, I will come visit. Don't worry about it. Now that I have my egg safe and sound, it is high time for me to return to my hoard and see to my other eggs. I will bid you goodbye, and I will not destroy the village as I promised myself. See you. And it flies away.
Well, I guess we're gonna have to go and confront the mayor and give him his clock back. Jimmy, where do you live?
Well, I live 3 villages down.
Ah,
It's in the bigger. It's not that far away, actually. If you get used to the way, it's pretty close, so I could hide it from mom. So, mom lives actually 2 villages away. She's closer.
you're gonna stay with us tonight, and then I will travel with you to see your mother.
Okay.
Shall we go
Will
talk
you
to the
make
mayor?
me tea?
We'd better.
Oh, excellent. So you're going back to the mayor.
Well, yeah, we need to get
I
our hunky
assume that.
contractors.
Excellent. The mayor is. You find him in his office. He's just fidgeting. He's fidgeting more than a fidget spinner.
Might need to see the doctor about that.
Yeah, he's a sad. He's a worried little boy.
Young man. Again, to someone our age.
And
Yeah,
he sees you and is like raised eyebrows.
Would you care to explain why there was a dragon egg in this clock of yours?
yes, that was the pièce de résistance. I have bought it from it is an ancient dragon egg. I was assured that it is fossilized and calcified, so I would not need to worry about it hatching, and I could just paint it nicely and make it part of the beautiful ensemble that I have over here. I spent a fortune on it, and was so delighted to find it.
Well,
I, I,
you maybe should not believe everything people tell you.
Oh no.
Dorothy has a
His face
look.
falls. His face falls even further. Lowell village get destroyed.
No, it went back to his mother.
Because
Luckily,
we are not idiots.
luckily for you, you had us around.
He breathes again and looks genuinely grateful, if not terrified. Thank you, madams. This was. Did you bring the rest of my watch though? My clock.
I set it down.
Oh, he hugs you. He goes in for a hug for
Nope.
just hugging
Nope.
each and every
No
one
hug.
of you.
Nope. The deal was we get your clock back. You would set us up with some young hunky not children, young hunky
Jesus, Charlotte.
words. It's late. So set us up with some young hunks to fix up our house.
Yes. Oh, are you sure you don't want those chocolates though? He
Well, you can give us
sighs
those
and is
on
like,
top because we just
yeah,
saved the village from
Considering we
getting
just saved the
burned
village, I
down
think
from a dragon.
yes, I think we'll take
yeah, I'm
both.
gonna send you
We'll
some
take both.
chocolates. Yeah, I'm gonna send you some chocolates. I will. I will. If you're always welcome to our parties, of course, and
And the
thank you for
contractor
your service.
will be there
Yeah,
tomorrow
I
to start
will.
work.
Well, I'm not sure if tomorrow, but in a week you will have your contractors.
Whatever you do,
I do
don't put the
need.
chocolates through the letterbox. Bruce eats anything that comes through that. He'll
Oh
make
no,
himself
I will
sick.
come deliver them personally
Oh, joy.
with the contractors.
All right.
But I do need like a week to find 10 willing young men for,
We didn't say young
construction
men.
work.
We said young hunks.
Well, young folk. Well, young people. I need young people. You're actually correct. I will expand my search for young people, and I will I will need a few days to see that people actually do answer my call for, you know, construction,
See that you do.
and
You
I
know what we're
shall
capable of.
deliver them. Oh, don't worry, I am constantly in fear of what you will inflict upon me. I will
I-
try to woo you with chocolates if I can. If not, so be my fate.
Oh dear. I mean, to be fair, adventurers who survive long enough to retire are probably the greatest threat in a D&D style world.
yeah,
Yeah.
and
Yes.
also some of the most terrifying people in that world.
Mm.
Yep, by
I mean,
far.
we probably have seen everything.
Oh yeah. You probably fought like a god or two, so I have no worries for you. Now, what are our old ladies gonna do? Do they have anything on their list?
We do
Ah,
need to go find out about Bob.
we told them to send Bob to us. Otherwise, I was thinking pick up some stuff from the market that we don't typically grow in our own house and make a nice little dinner to celebrate the day.
Sounds acceptable.
Yeah, sounds like a good way to end the day.
I'm a bit peckish, so.
I am so into this. So this is basically the end of the adventure. This is the moment where, in true old-timey movie style, you will see on the screen a pop-up that says, "The old ladies had a delicious dinner," and Jimmy was returned to his mother. Um, his mother was delighted to find her grand grandmother. Um, Also, there were whispers in town that Bob had vanished right after meeting with local adventurers. Bob was never seen or heard from again.
Was Bob the dragon?
No,
No,
Oh, okay.
Bob.
But-
What was the
Bob
tavern
was
owner?
the yeah.
our Bob was there,
was-
Bob.
Bob was the Bob. Bob was actually the complication.
We intimidated the crap out of Bob.
You did
Oh.
not defeat the dragon didn't defeat the dragon smuggling mastermind though. That
Oh,
is the complication that has arose.
I see.
Their friend the dragon has visited them several times with the kids.
I see. That's adorable. The dragon comes round for tea.
Yeah, the dragon came around for tea. The dragon brought biscuits.
Oh. Can I suggest a happy note for me making it dark earlier for
Always.
Dorothy?
Always.
God, that was something.
I discover Dorothy's half goblin descendants.
How the fuck did I not
Oh
notice
my
that I'd given birth to a
God.
child?
Look, there was a period of time in which we were,
You know what? I've decided. Dorothy and Roger were both trans. There you go. That's how it happened.
yes.
So I never realised he was pregnant.
yes.
I am so into this. Yes.
So we discovered your long lost family, and you have a family now too.
Yay!
Oh, this is so wholesome.
Oh my God, Goblin Dorothy's. Ugh.
Little goblin Dorothy's. They're going to ride Bruce. Go forth, my mighty steed. He goes forth, just panting.
I hope you did enjoy yourself.
Yes!
Oh,
That was
yes.
great.
I love that, Lexi.
Oh, I am so happy.
When I read Raising Grannies as the title, I assumed it would be fun, but this was even better than I expected.
I am so happy. I am so happy for it.
Oh,
I actually expected a lot of fun, and this was also beyond my expectations.
I wasn't expecting quite the same level of emotional trauma, but hey.
I mean, that's on you because you knew you're playing with Shard.
It's true.
And I say this with so much love for both of
I
you.
don't mean to
I
cause
know.
trauma.
Look,
I
you're
know,
excellent.
Moliere. Did we actually finish a one-shot in one session? I
Mhm.
know, right? It only took nearly 4 hours for us to go to another town, tell off some youths, come back home, tell off an old man,
And make dinner.
and make dinner.
We didn't even
for
start the
what?
adventure until like noon. The whole town was like, "What? Are they dead? They're not answering their door. Why would we answer our door? Why
Well,
would
we answered the door, then we just didn't leave.
Well, yeah.
We're old. We don't leave the house unless it's urgent.
Yeah, it makes sense. I love this.
Emergency meeting is not an emergency. An emergency is everything on fire.
Yeah.
Eventually, it would have reached that point, and then we would have left the house. You know.
Exactly.
Yeah, and now, thankfully, the village has a beautiful clock with no dragon eggs.
Well,
Mm.
beautiful might be debatable.
Yeah.
Well, you see, it's the pride and love and joy of its makers. So, shrug?
Oh dear. Did Jimmy ever learn to become a watchmaker?
Of course.
My God.
Or
Did
work.
he stop gluing gears onto clothing and start actually making things that work?
No. No, he kept
Such a
annoying.
disappointment.
He kept annoying his whole family with this because he thinks it's fashionable.
It's not a phase, Grandma.
Yeah, but on the upside, he started making steam-powered clocks.
Excellent.
You know,
He literally just introduced steampunk to this setting.
yep.
Definitely.
And we actually have one of these steam powered clocks that we don't use because it's noisy and loud, just to try and prove of him trying to be something.
That
It's
is
that-
so wholesome.
It's like your version of like when grandparents like take out the photos and like show everyone their grandkids. It's look what my great grandson made. He made this clock. He's a
Yeah.
genius.
Yes. That is so cute, though.
Well, this whole thing's kind of cute, honestly. I think that's the point.
Oh, now I am absolutely thinking of Rose just knitting a bunch of knitting Jimmy a bunch of clothes just because his are so offensive. And like Jimmy gets a new fancy sweater every single holiday,
Yes,
and
of
yet
course.
Jimmy insists on gluing cogs on it.
Clock cozies.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yes.
Rose knitting little cozies for the clocks.
Yes. Yes, I am so for it. Oh, this is getting wholesome and
Any
wholesome
reason
and
to knit
wholesome.
something. And
Yeah.
I'm so knitting sweaters for the baby dragons.
Since Jimmy is my great grandchild and they're 17, that puts me somewhere between 80 and 100 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're old.
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, you're also adventurers. If you don't have a potion of not dying on you, what the heck are you doing?
Or you could just be like a half elf or something. Have a longer lifespan.
You know, none of us broke a hip yet either.
My God.
I just choose to believe that at some point you just have a potion of, or you just all of you turn into liches. Just don't even realize. You're just
Actually,
liches now.
What if it's one of the plants that I grow? Just
Yes.
the pollen that it produces, just kind of like preserves our body as is.
You're
So
just
we
a frog mummy.
we just start. We slow down the aging process is slowed down, and now it's just a matter of
I am so into it. This is how you get to live for the time that the dragons are hatching.
Yeah, that's probably why they think we're witches. We've literally been old and on that same hill since the town was built.
oh
Yeah.
no, we have yes.
Yes. That is absolutely the thing. Yes.
One of these days, we'll break a hip.
You sound so disappointed.
Well, it's the next greatest adventure. I mean, if we're never gonna get to the point of all of the other old people, like
The whole point of
experience.
delaying old age is to avoid those effects.
Oh my god. I'm now just imagining a whole calendar of those marks that people do on the wall to
Mhm.
mark the passage of time. I just imagine like a whole wall in the basement where Blanche just goes and marks the days in which they didn't break a hip.
Yeah. It's the like 200 days since last incident.
Yeah.
Except it's in the thousands, like the tens of thousands.
It has rickety stairs for the very reason of
So
You
you
know.
could possibly break a hip going down there.
There's
yeah,
there,
exactly.
there's
Making
there's
sure that
also
you
sorry.
go ahead. No, go ahead.
I was going to say that there's also a couple of signs for other things, like 30 days since last raptor attack,
Oh yes.
2 hours since the last time that Bruce has fallen on their face.
You had to stop
Oh.
counting that one. X days
Yeah.
since last slime escape.
Oh yes, slime escapes.
The problem is
Oh.
they can produce acid to chew through things, and they can fit into really small holes because they don't have bones, so they escape really easily.
Why don't you make your
Oh, they're
containers
babies.
out of acid-resistant materials?
Well, maybe some of us want to use natural, environmentally friendly materials, Blanche.
Glass?
There's plenty of plants that they can't eat through. We could grow them in enclosure.
Suppose.
I want to see a game of Planet Zoo with just Blanche and what's your character's name?
Dorothy.
Dorothy, yes. I just want to see this. And like a Rose just exasperated in the background.
Rose matters to herself. Glass.
Just happily knitting.
Glass would exist and would be perfectly suitable. But no, plants.
And this is why
pick
Rose
up
is the smart
plants.
one.
Hey.
I mean, my story is 0. I'm not, like, stupid.
Yeah, I know.
Not according to Dorothy.
I know, I'm just mocking you.
Fair.
According to Dorothy, you are very stupid. And a massive
Disney.
slut. That's canon for Golden Girls. That's canon for this too.
Yep.
By the way, no slut shaming in this house.
Oh yeah. That is just appreciative.
Dorothy agrees to that too. It's just Blanche. She will just give Blanche shit for it. Anyone else, no slut shaming in this house.
They just love each other very much.
Absolutely not.
You stole my broccoli casserole recipe 80 years ago.
Oh, I forgot where I put it, and I forgot how to make it.
You want to talk, Dorothy. You don't even know how to make proper tea.
Oh.
She's got a point. I mean, I could teach you.
When you make the tea, we end up unconscious from 2 hours to 2 days.
Unconscious in the astral plane where we can do a lot of things.
It's not tea at that point anymore, Blanche.
Speaking of, I made this new fudge today. You want to try some?
My knitting begins to
Don't
look
let Bruce
like a
get
ball
any
gag.
of it. Bruce eats just anything on the floor, or anything vaguely within reach, which is a problem when Blanche is in the house.
Bruce is constantly tripping, I understand.
That's possibly why he's falling over all the time.
Sure.
All right.
Anyway. Once
You
the
should
camera's
close
off, I'll
this-
explain Exalted to you all, but
Yeah.
yeah,
Excellent.
not here because we've gone on long enough.
Excellent.
Go ahead and-
So this is the outro. This is the whole outro thing. That's it for today. I hope you enjoyed it. Coming up tomorrow on Hint Plays, we have Dret running Call of Cthulhu: The Haunting.
Shard and I are also in that.
Shard and Tal are also in that, so be terrified. And now it's time
Shard
to...
and Tal are actually playing very serious characters in that one.
Shard,
I
you've done it
absolutely
too.
believe
Literally at the
you.
beginning of the stream, at the end of the stream. Just dropping names in there.
I absolutely believe no part
Oh.
of that.
At this point, it's a lost cause, so I don't care.
And now it's time for the plugs. Now, some of the players are streamers, creators, whatever the heck. I'm going in reverse order of what I see on the screen. So, Spud.
Hello! You can find me and my friend Leto and occasionally guests that you may even see here, mostly Lexi. Over at boundless_velocity or boundless velocity on YouTube. We play games, we don't play them well.
I like that tagline.
It's not wrong.
It's really not.
I mean, they had me on Arc, so it's not
It's
wrong.
true.
Shard?
Still on hiatus.
Good. Do the self-care thing.
Do the
I
self-care.
don't know if it's self-care so much as ignoring things that I could be doing.
I mean, that's
Mood.
also valid.
Yeah, that's valid, and I consider it self-care. I don't care. Red?
Yeah, I stream too, and you can find me knitting, crocheting, and doing all kinds of other crafts and talking about a little bit of everything with whoever tends to be around and wants to talk to me on that day.
Nice.
You are one whole excellent. And as for me, you can find me on Twitter at I go by Allexia. I usually hold a podcast thread where I scream about podcasts that I'm listening to, but not these weeks because my personal life has been a lot. So I'm also doing Inktober in, except for the 2 days in which I forgot. Um, that's everything that I'm doing in general ever. Also, probably I will scream some art of this game on Discord.
Excellent.
Exclamation mark Discord will bring up the Discord. Also, a very special shout out to our beloved producer Molly.
Yeah, thank you, Molly, for sitting behind the screens, doing all the work we needed to actually run.
Yes. Molly, you are a whole gift and amazing, and also a really good streamer. So big hearts.
I can't get the commands to work. Where?
I have
It just
given
says,
up on trying to open
oh
the chat.
yeah, there we go.
Either way, Chrono can get it to go.
I cannot even open the chat. I do not risk it. I have managed to risk opening my camera, and that is it.
Fair.
That is all I can do. I am afraid.
Thank you so much
Anyway.
for this game. It was really, really fun.
It was.
It
Yes,
definitely
and
was.
also
Exhausting in a way that a one-shot hasn't been for me in a long time.
I would apologize, but I regret nothing. Also, if you wanna throw money at Hand Plays, don't forget exclamation mark donate for the link, and Discord is at exclamation mark Discord. And I love all of you, and see you tomorrow, I guess. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.